Happy Thursday. We're almost through another week. Welcome to the Do What Is Necessary live stream. I am Andrew Moon. I am the Orange Nomad, and we are here for another episode talking about lead generation. So tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from and whether or not this is the first time you've ever caught the show. I appreciate everybody who tunes in live. Appreciate everybody who watches after the fact, too. Don't let me discount any of you. So I will welcome to the show. Let's see here. We have Trenton in the house. Oh, awesome. Good to have you back, Trenton. Said it's overcast in California today, so low energy. So we'll try to jump your energy level up a little bit. As you can see, I'm pretty high strung when I get behind the screen and we go live. I really enjoy doing what I do. So welcome to the show, Patrick Leonard. Excellent. Good to have you here. I don't know that I've seen you on the show, so let me know that this is the first time you're tuning in and watching the Do What Is Necessary live stream. But I appreciate you tuning in from Louisiana. It's probably a little warm. It's shorts and t-shirt weather here in Midwest. I'm in Ohio, so I am super happy about shorts and t-shirt weather. Tired of the winter stuff. The yo-yo temperatures the past month have been havoc on my allergies. But yes, if you've never watched this show before, you probably have no idea who I am. I am Orange Nomad. My name is Andrew Moon. I run a company called Orange Nomad as well. But I turn hustling entrepreneurs into calm, unstoppable CEOs. And one of the ways that I do that is through education, through live streams, and teaching people all the good, bad, and ugly that I have learned running all kinds of companies from the age of 8. And yes, that is the truth. I've been an entrepreneur since age 8, and this lifestyle allows me many things that I am so appreciative for. I make the worst employee, and I'm probably one of the most unemployable people out there. But I appreciate you tuning in. Patrick says, yes, it is his first time tuning in, so we appreciate that. Let me know, too. This is going to be kind of an open Q&A session. I had intended to plan a different subject for this week, but this question came up again twice this week, especially since if you caught last week's live stream on our Behind the Geek show through the Tech Tribe, we talked all about how to build an email list. And speaking of Tech Tribe, I want to welcome them again this week as one of our sponsors. We appreciate all of the things that Nigel and his team are doing over at the Tech Tribe, and this kind of ties in what we're talking about. They are going to be rolling out a new marketing automation platform to all Tech Tribe members. So if you're not a Tech Tribe member, get this right here. OrangeNomad.com/Tech Tribe. You'll get 40% off. It's a $49 a month membership. Man, I wish I had this type of membership. Access to a community and access to all the resources that the Tech Tribe provides. So again, kudos to Nigel and his team for doing all that they do. If you don't have copies of Nigel's books, he has generously offered to give one copy of each of his books. So the first person that puts down in the comments free books, we'll make sure that we get sent out to you copies of both of Nigel's books, Package, Price, and Profit, and Survive and Thrive. 2 excellent books. Again, lots of stuff that Nigel shares in those books about the good, bad, and ugly of running an IT service provider company. Man, again, one of those things that I would have loved to have had as an MSP. It could have saved me tons and tons and tons of time, effort, cash, and effort. So, all right. So if you have questions, like I said, on lead generation, put those in the comments. We're going to make this interactive. But what I wanted to do was just point out a couple, one thing. I'm going to take one thing this week. If you can do one thing differently in your marketing, it's going to be a super easy thing to get. So awesome. We have Patrick gets a copy of our free books. So Patrick, if you want to direct message me your mailing address, I'll make sure that Nigel and his team gets those books straight out to you. Let me know too if you're watching this, if you're a Tech Tribe member. Always like to give a shout out to our Tech Tribe members. Take that love back to Nigel and his team. But anyway, like I said, if you have questions on lead generation, marketing, running an MSP, whatever, this is going to be kind of an open Q&A. But what I wanted to do was just, like I said, cover one of the Achilles heels that I still see in the MSP industry. And I made this mistake myself for a long time on my website and my marketing. But I just wanted to point that out. And I'm going to pick on some IT providers today to show you exactly what your prospects are up against whenever they're trying to find a new IT provider. I'm going to pick on, like I said, we're going to pick on the IT industry because I've been in the IT industry for 30 years. But we're going to look at other industries too. But we're going to kind of break down a little bit of the psychology of what a prospect might be going through when there's attempting to find a IT provider. So Trenton says Tech Tribe is just about completely game-changing for almost any MSP. Nothing but good things to say about them and the community. I could not agree more about what is going on over at the Tech Tribe. So, all right, so I'm going to switch screens here, and I thought what we would do is we would just take some case studies. So, pretend, if you will, if you're a managed service provider, put yourself in a customer's shoes right now. If they are looking for your product or your service, like, how would they go about doing that? What questions do you think people would have when they're looking for an IT service provider? And if you're not an IT service provider and you're watching this stream, put those in the comments as well. What questions would you have if you're looking for a new IT company for your business? So I thought what we would do is we would go straight to the Google, because this is what your prospects and people who are looking for IT service, this is probably the first thing they're going to do. They're going to go to the Google and they're going to look for maybe a couple things, but I thought what we would do is pick the most common. So, again, we're going to pick on some IT providers today, and I'm not doing this, to sling mud or anything. I just want to show you what is out there and what your customers are up against and how we as an industry can elevate that and fix that. So let's just go to the Google, and I'm going to pick on some IT support, and I'm going to pick on where I lived for 20 years and where I ran my MSP, which was Columbus, Ohio. So, okay, IT support, Columbus, Ohio. So this may be, if you noticed, the Google recommended that IT support, Columbus, Ohio. You can rent, just pick your city. So just IT support. So we're going to go look at a couple websites and see if we can find the good and the bad. Again, we're going to do the customer journey here. So let's just go to our top link here. Somebody who's ranking first for this related topic. Let's get the right buttons here. Okay, so this is, and again, I know some folks from affiliated, so I'm not picking on you guys. Please don't take it that way. So if I'm a customer and I'm looking for IT support in Columbus, Ohio, so I hit your main page and I have those questions. How do I pick an IT service provider? That might be a question that I have, because let's face it, most customers don't have any idea what is a good IT service provider and what is a bad IT service provider until, unfortunately, you're probably writing them a check. And by then, it's probably too late. So if I am looking for IT services, so I go to the website here, okay, I have cybersecurity concerns. That's probably the first one that I'm going to have. So I'm going to click on that. So I'm going to look down through lots of tech stuff. So what is my call to action? So I want to know, how do I do that? How do I make sure maybe my company is securing all of our IT services? So again, the number one thing you can do is have a call to action where somebody can actually give you their information. And I want to clarify that just a little bit as well, because that is the number one thing I get asked. I need more leads. But I go to most websites and there is absolutely no way for me to even give you my information with this caveat: in exchange for something of value to me. So take it from that lens. If I'm looking at this page and I read down through this text, contact us. So I have to take the next step and make a phone call. most of this stuff may or may not make sense to me as a small business owner. I might not know what all of these things mean. So, or I can click here for a complimentary cyber readiness review. Again, this is what you're going to get. So, again, I'm not picking on anybody in particular, but if you're searching for a product or service, is the first thing that you want to do is get on the phone with somebody? Let me ask you that. Put that in the comments to answer. Let's just answer that and look through the lens as a prospect. If you're just searching for information, trying to gather information, do you immediately want to get on the phone with somebody? And again, let's take the average customer. Yes or no in the comments. So let's just look at the form here. Yes, there is a way for me to claim my free cybersecurity review. But again, customer lens, I need to give you my first name, my last name, my title, my company, my email. The only thing that's not required on this form is my phone number, which we all know if I have all of those bits of information above it, I can find a phone number. So if I'm just looking for information, just looking to educate myself as a small business owner, my gut is telling me I don't necessarily want to give all of this information just for a little bit of education. That's a lot of information to give somebody. And if you're not like me, put that in the comments too. But if you're like me, I don't want to give all of that information out to somebody if I'm just gathering information, if I'm just educating myself at this point. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably not going to fill that form out because I don't want to get on the phone with somebody at this point. That's just me. So I'm probably going to close that and I'm probably going to go on to the next one. So let's look at the next website. And again, if you're watching this guy, please, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just showing you all of the examples that are out there. So I'm going to click on the main homepage. So if a customer hits this main homepage, let me turn off dark mode just to get a good visual of what is going on here. Okay. So I hit this website and I can do one of two things. I can get consulting help, or I know what I need and I can just view services. So let's just scroll down through here. And again, the caveat is I need something of value. I'm the customer. Am I going to get something back in return for giving you my information? Other than let's get on a phone call. So let's just look down through here. Okay. Great. They've got testimonials. It would be nice if I could see some pictures of people that look just like me. I might recognize some of these logos. I might or might not. Okay, so my call to action, again, is contact us. So there's contact us. Let's scroll back up and see where the top one takes us as well. Okay, I need to get consulting help. I need help identifying my solution. So this is kind of nice. Okay, I need help. So let's just say here, let's go to the risk assessment. All right, so these are all, we'll thoroughly review the vulnerabilities in all of these. And again, I may or may not know what some of this stuff means. And again, I'm a small business owner. I'm not a tech person. Okay, so I'm going to look down through here. Great. I'm going to get this. Raving fans again. Okay, how do I give you my information? All right, so let's contact us. Another form for me to fill out that is my first name, my last name, my company, my phone, company name. All of these are required fields for me to click a button and get on the phone with somebody. So let's take some comments from some folks who are tuning in as well, because again, I'm kind of maybe nitpicking this a little bit. So let's just go back here and take some comments. So Trenton says, all right, so pop this up. Call someone. Oh, that's funny. This is the fastest way to bounce me from a potential provider's page. Okay, think about your own vendors. We do that with our own vendors. So now, again, put on the customer's shoes and see it through their lens. Exactly. I don't want to get on the phone with somebody at this point. So Patrick said, yep, I fully agree. Way too much information being requested. Okay, we've gone to 2 websites already and got the same thing. I got to either call you myself or I fill out a form to get a phone call. All right, so let's go back here. So Trenton says, yep, a quick, no pressure style responsive chat option, however, can be incredibly powerful for me. Okay, so great. So now we've got some alternatives. There's a way of me getting information without giving you all of my information. I may get something of value getting on a quick chat with somebody. So let's see if we find that. We're tech providers. Are we finding that technology on our own websites? Okay, so let's go back and we'll continue on. And we're at website number 2 that we've gone to. So right now, how much time have we spent just figuring out, I've got nothing of value for me to start educating myself, except for I need to give you all my stuff. All right, let's go to another one. Let's see here. Let's go to this one here. All right, managed service provider. I'm going to go to the home page because this is likely what your customer would see. Turn off dark mode. Yes, I'm a bat, so I love dark mode. Okay, so, all right, the nation's #1 legal IT services private cloud for law firms. So, all right, so if I'm a law firm, great. Excellent. We've got up-to-date information for me. All right, so I'm going to look down through here. Great. I've got some pictures so I can see other attorneys just like me, which is awesome. But again, contact me. I've got a form. First name, last name, email address, message. Nothing of value that I'm going to get for giving you that information. Okay, so let's go back up. And again, all right, I'm going to click on Manage Services and see if there's something in here where I might be able to just give you my email address in exchange for getting something of value for myself. Let's see here. All right, click here. All right, so schedule a consultation with Ross. So let's click, again, another form that I have to fill out with first name, last name, firm name, phone number, what's your response, and I'm going to now get an email. Boo! Okay. So right now, I'm probably at this point, I can't even give you my information, so I'm probably going to bounce. I'm going to go on to the next one. All right, so now let's look at the next one. Let's go to, all right, great. So first landing page here is, okay, I got to fill out all that information. Again, everything's required. I got to fill all of this information out just to get on a chat with somebody. And it's probably a phone call. Boo! All right, moving on. All right, so now let's look at the ones that are popped up here and recommended for me from Google My Business. All right, so let's go to the first one here. We'll go to that website. Make sure dark mode's off. All right, cool. All right, so now, first thing I see is, okay, small business digital strategy, premium IT web hosting phone number. So, okay, great. Phone number. So there's no way for me to give you my information. If I don't, I'm having a hard time knowing what you do because I'm not, again, tech person. And again, I'm not slinging dirt, but if you do websites, I've been doing websites since 95. Probably going to look somewhere else. Again, just my personal 2 cents. Again, I'm a customer. I'm not picking on anybody. So I'm going to look at this. All right, let's learn more. All right, it's the same thing. I got the same thing. It takes me around the same page. So at this point, I'm bouncing. Boo! All right, going to the next one. So we will go to this website. Take a look at this. All right. Great. Get a quote. All right, let's go there. I like this. Get a quote. How much is it going to cost me? Again, questions customer has. Let's see here. So we look at, again, get a quote. I've got a form. I've got to fill out first name, last name, email, phone, company, comments, and then submit. Got to talk to somebody. Probably not going to do it. So again, I'm not belaboring the point here, but if I go to your homepage and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, all right, great, let's chat. Same form. I got to fill out all that information just to get on the phone and talk with somebody. Pass. All right, how many is that? We're at 4 or 5. Where are we at here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5, 6. All right, now we're at 7. So let's go to 7. Lucky number 7, please, lucky number 7. What are we going to get? All right, let's look down through here. Let me turn off dark mode so make sure that nothing's hiding on us. All right, the redefining how IT services should be. All right, here, contact us. I was hoping for a chat. I got to give you my first name, last name, email, phone number, company, and a question just to be able to send an email, and they're using pure chat. So I like the idea of it, but there's no one there. And again, I don't know whether it's business hours. It's 3:23 p.m. here in the States. And again, I'm looking for IT support during business hours for my company. So at this point, yeah, we're not there yet. I got to pick up the phone and I've got to call you. Again, Google reviews, which is great, but okay. So I want to put in here. What have you guys learned from this? There's 7 websites. We thought maybe we would get lucky with, lucky number 7 here. If I'm looking to gather information and I'm searching for your products and services, maybe I just want a ebook. I might just want to educate myself. What do all these things mean? Maybe what are the things I should look for in an IT provider? How much should I expect to pay? I love we got a free quote, but again, we're IT providers. I got to fill out a form to get a free quote. Do you guys and gals who are IT providers enjoy that experience? And again, I'm going to throw this back in your court. Do you enjoy that experience? Probably not. I do not. So it's quite likely that your customers probably will not either. So, okay, we're going to stop there. Just again, I don't want to belabor this point because I think we've proven the point already. I got to get on the phone to talk to you, and I'm probably not going to do that. Ergo, I'm not going to get any leads. So if I'm any of the owners of these websites, I'm probably not getting very many leads, or it's very few and far between, or they're not qualified. It's just somebody who's calling us because everything's on fire. Me personally, I didn't like those type of customers and didn't want those type of customers. So think about that. So Patrick said, let's see here, purpleguys.com. He said that's the company that acquired his MSP, My IT. All right, so let's go there. Let's go take a look at Purple IT. Was it Purple IT, guys? Purple. And again, I'm not picking on anybody at all, please. All right, so close that. Turn off dark mode. All right, trouble-free IT for business. Great. Are you ready for trouble IT support? So this is good. This is good. So I like the chat option. That's kind of cool. What's the location? And again, I didn't search, so Indianapolis is close. So let's just take a peek. All right, so great. So they're using HubSpot, which is great. I can now book a meeting. So let's go out here. I can book a meeting. So online calendar, that's good. Self-service. You guys get where I'm going. You guys and gals. This is something where I can do. But again, I've got to give you information, and I have not received anything of value yet. So I love the use of chat. I love the fact that that's there. I love where we're going. But if I'm not ready to give you that information yet, I'm probably not going to do it. So again, look through the lens of your customer. So let's go ahead and request a quote. Okay. I know that this is much debated in the IT industry right now. I think Dave Sobel did a live stream, or he posted a YouTube video a couple months back about whether or not to have like e-commerce shopping cart like services for managed services. Again, we're not going to debate that today, but I think the expectation is we can at least lay the groundwork for giving people an idea of how much it's going to cost them. If I'm looking for a quote, I want to know, is it in my budget? Do I even need to talk with you? So again, look at this. Request a managed IT proposal. I have to give first name, last name, email, phone, job title, company, city, state, region, zip code, office location, number of employees, specific business applications that I use, and then check boxes before I even submit. Boo! That's just me. If I'm wrong, put that in the comments. If you're watching this after the fact and disagree with me, put that in the comments. But I think it's time for us to elevate. Like I said, elevate what we're doing for our customers and prospects. So my tip on this would be to have something of value on your homepage that would give customers benefit from, that they could use in exchange for getting that information. So law number one, or pillar number one, whatever you want to call it, of marketing, is you have to collect a lead in the first place. A lead is just a name and an email address if you do marketing. That's step number one. We have to capture that lead in the first place. So do you see what we've done? We've created a lot of hurdles for prospects because we're asking for a lot of information from them, and we're not giving them anything of value at this point. It could be as simple as, here is the 10 things that you need to look for in an IT provider. Here are the 7 business mistakes that most small companies make with cybersecurity. I'm going to get something in value in exchange for my information. So, again, that's what I wanted this live stream to be, is just, this is where the mindset needs to change. Patrick said, yes, agreed, lots of information required. We don't like to do that as ourselves as managed providers, so we're expecting our customers to do it. It's hypocritical of us to ask that information from them when we don't want to give it in the first place. So think about that, and let me see if I can find, because I actually helped a client do this. Again, he asked me, came to our site, we jumped on a call, and he said, how do I get more leads? So I did this exact same thing. I went to his website and helped him paint the picture of what it is, the lens of the customer. Am I getting something of value in exchange for my information? So what are some of the things? Patrick, Trenton, those of you who are watching after the fact, put in the comments too. What is something of value that you could give to prospects to capture that lead in the first place? I'm giving you some helpful things. Give me a checklist of things that I need to do to prepare to maybe transition to a new IT provider. Or give me the 10 things that my current IT provider should be doing. Very, very simple. So, and again, if you check out the live stream we did with last week on Behind the Geeks, Pete Matheson and Scott Riley and I talked a lot about this. It is super simple. So your takeaway would be, think about those things. What are 10 things that somebody needs to do when they're looking for an IT provider? So that's step number one. Right? Just again, there could be just 10 simple things. It could be 5 simple things. And then go into Canva. Let's see if I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log into Canva. We're going to see how easy this is to do. So again, I'm going to come up with a list of 10 things. I'm just going to jot them down. So let's switch over. So how many of you guys guys and gals use Canva? I love Canva. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look for just something simple as a checklist. All right, great. And I'm going to look through these. see if there's anything that grabs my attention. Yeah, here, there's a simple one that I can customize for myself. Let's turn off dark mode. There's too many things going on here. And let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So you could easily put in those 10 things to look for when choosing a new IT provider. Okay. And again, super easy. Go in, put your 10 things in there, put your checklist in there, put your logo on it, your address, save as a PDF. Great. It's that simple. You could easily go in and create that. And I now have a lead magnet, technical marketing term. I now have something of value that I could give to someone in exchange for asking for their email address. So, why is your lead generation not working? The number one thing that is missing is the title of today's show. That's the thing that's missing. We're not giving anything of value in exchange for getting something of value back to us, which is to start a conversation about educating a customer about what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and why we're better than everybody else, why we're different than everyone else. So, and again, just think about these things as you go through your marketing. I made marketing way too complicated when I ran my MSP. Something as simple as this would be a great starting place if you have no leads. And again, I want to caveat this. Just because you put one of these on your webpage doesn't mean leads are going to start pouring in. But when you're using social posts, you're using education, you're using live streams, you're using other tools to educate people, and you have something of value to give back to them. And again, here's the other caveat with that. 10 things that I can do in 10 minutes. I don't want to read a 200-page ebook about cybersecurity. I'm probably not going to do it. And there are some awesome ones out there. So if you were to A/B test, Nigel and I were talking for 2 hours last night from the Tech Tribe about if you were to A/B test a 200-page ebook, which is awesome. Cybersecurity has all these graphics, and then you have a 10-point checklist of the 10 big mistakes that most small businesses make with cybersecurity. If you were to A/B test and see which one you collected more email addresses from, you're probably going to, that 10-page or the 10-point checklist will win every time. We both agreed on that. So again, think about that as you go through your marketing. That's I wanted to make today's show super simple, and this is a question that I get weekly. How do I get more leads? And that people think that they have to have this elaborate marketing system in place just to start capturing leads to build a list. You don't. It starts with this, something super, super simple. So Patrick said, yes, very helpful. I'll make changes to my SaaS site for sure. Again, hey, Patrick, tell me in the comments too, what is your site, or, what is the SaaS product that you sell? Because you could do that. 5 things you need to look for in whatever is it e-commerce? What is your SaaS product? But that could be your lead magnet. 10 things to look for when choosing a new, accounting software. Whatever SaaS product you have. Actually, you did. Sorry. You're putting in an alerting solution for MSPs. I built an alerting solution for MSPs, so it would be something of value around that. Okay. So other MSPs are watching this after the fact. What would you want to know from Patrick before you jump on a call with him or a demo? Or, what are the 5 things that, an alerting solution, maybe there's gaps in the market, Patrick. Maybe there's 5 things that no other alerting solution for MSPs has. Or make sure that you have these 5 things with your alerting solution. And again, just spitballing, just throwing it out there in the ether. But I would love to see people create more of that type of content. It is not hard. If you want me to do a full tutorial on how to go about doing this, how to make this in Canva, maybe we'll do this as a separate live stream on, how to use Canva, how to use that, maybe how to set up a landing page, how to set up graphics, whatever it is. I'm game, but I wanted to cover this question this week because, like I said, I got it twice this week, and this is just the same mistake I see over and over and over and over again. Again, you saw it. We did one market, 7 websites in one market, 0. Came up with nothing. Lucky 7 was not lucky this week. So, any other questions or concerns or anything else you want to ask me about marketing, those of you who are tuning in, but again, we're gone 37 minutes. I'm talking about, one thing. But I think it's super simple. And again, I overcomplicated it, thinking I had to have all of these elaborate, well-published, polished materials in order to get a simple lead, which is just a first name and an email address. So as you guys can see, we're asking for way too much information on our forms. So one, something of value. Second thing is make the form super simple. First name, email address. That's it. Because then you can customize emails and have the conversation with somebody's first name, but you now can start that conversation. You now can start educating them on how to make a great decision. That's our job as IT providers. We don't want people to waste money. We don't want people choosing, the wrong IT service provider because it could lead them to go out of business, which doesn't do anybody any good. So, all right, sorry, just dropped something. Again, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the show for here. If there's other topics that you would like me to cover in future episodes, I'm game. We're going to evolve this season 3 of the Do What Is Necessary live stream based upon user feedback. I'm going to do a lot more of the things like this, how to solve problems. Maybe we'll do, more reviews, more, maybe some more Canva tutorials, ClickUp tutorials, whatever it is. But I'm down for whatever. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Like I said, those are the things maybe to change. If you've got questions, reach out. If you're watching after the fact, reach out to me as well. More than happy to help. But I appreciate Trent and Patrick, anybody else who's watching live who may not have chimed in. I appreciate you tuning in. I love doing this show. We're going to get back to a regular cadence here. Let me know, too. We've been doing this at Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Or we did it at 3 o'clock today. I did it an hour earlier than last week. But yeah, if there's a better time or day that works for you, put that in the comments, too. I'm happy to shuffle things around to, for something that best suits those of you who are tuning in, especially live. So... But yeah, Patrick, DM me your email or your mailing address. We'll get those books sent right out to you. But as I end this stream every single week, always be humble and kind, and always do what is necessary. I'll see you in the next stream.
Reboot, I'm cold red, my service automated like